Steve, what were your thoughts on the performance? Why did it go so badly wrong today?
Yeah, obviously bitterly disappointed, and huge credit to the Scotland team, who I thought played really well today. They certainly got an advantage in those loose balls that came off that aerial contest, and from those loose balls they attacked real well, and clearly playing such a huge part of the game without a winger against a team that was moving the ball to that edge so much. That hurt us and ultimately gave us too much to do in the second half.
What's the balance in your mind between the things that Scotland did really well, but the way in which your own team, perhaps poor tackling, ill discipline, all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I think there's always that balance, and there's two teams out there, two good teams trying to, and both got a plan and both trying to impose their plan. I think in that first 20 minutes to have conceded the points we conceded and go down, that was disappointing. What's typically been happening, what's happened over the last period of time is we've slowly reeled teams in. You've seen we played against New Zealand and we're 12-0 down, and we reel them in gradually. And unfortunately, we were probably gave them too much of a head start and gave ourselves too much to do today. And certainly, obviously, as I say, playing 30 minutes of that first 50 in with 14 men, that hurt us.
Did it drop below the standards that you expect from the team that you've set for yourselves?
I think there'll be some areas clearly that we've got to review and look at what we've got to do better. I think that what we certainly did was create lots of opportunities to score, and there was a lot of time, particularly in that second half. We spent a lot of time in the opposition 22, a lot of chances down that end of the field, and if we'd taken some of those chances, maybe the game would have been different at the end of it, but we didn't. So we have to look at that and go, what can we do better?
The title obviously gets a hell of a lot harder to win from this point. Are you still confident that your team is able to go and do that?
I think, as I always said to you, we take each game as we go. We know where we want to be at the end of the time, but we focus on the game in front of us. So the game in front of us is Ireland next Saturday at Twickenham Allianz Stadium.
Mara, just from your point of view, how deflating is this? The side's had a lot of success over the last 12 months, but how disappointing is the 80 minutes that you've just played there?
Well, I think the thing is obvious. We want to win. We play every game to win. So especially when you put on the England shirt and you lose, it's not something that you're too happy about. But that is life. It's happened. So as Steve said, we'll review the game. As players, we'll take accountability, and we'll make sure we move forward.
And Steve, just on the yellow cards to Henry Arundel, is there any complaints on the first one?
To be honest, when I'm in the game, I don't spend any time looking at them. The referee makes a decision, and I get on with trying to think how we're going to deal with the situation we're in.
And how is he? Does he need an arm around the shoulder, or how is he in the changing room?
I spoke to him very shortly. He's obviously disappointed, as all the players are, and I'm sure he'll bounce back.
Just final question from me: how pivotal was the charge down drop goal?
Yeah, well, clearly at that point in the game, as I said, about a team that has reeled in a lot of opponents over a long period of time, you know, and that's at 24-13, you get that drop goal, and 24-16, and you're thinking, right, with still 20 minutes left, 24 minutes left, I think it was roughly at that point in time. That's a different complexion. Is it to go down the other end and lose 7 points? That 10-point swing was big, but you know, clearly that was a big point in the game. There's plenty of other smaller moments in the game that added up to that result. Thank you.
Well, listen, I like to think that they won that for me because it's my last Calcutta Cup match. You know what I mean? I think that was what the motivation was. They were like, let's do it for Caitlin. That'd be really nice. So, listen, that includes me. That's me. I'm a big kid. That's actually who you're talking about. Are you sure you didn't hear Kate? Are you sure it was kids? It might be Kate. I don't know. I think it might be Kate. Great Robbie Williams song, by the way. Banger. Underrated Robbie Williams song, I think. Yeah, also banger. No, you're fine, you're fine. I was going to send some pictures to Jimmy Parsons. He's in the pub, but he needs to obviously post on Edinburgh's rugby channels. A pub, no, an Edinburgh somewhere. What was the score in the end? Jesus Christ. Yeah. It's not. I mean, you know that, I would love that for them. I think, yeah. Well, exactly. Aye.
It's useful. Nothing worse than being strung along for another minute.
The only thing I don't know, and I would actually quite like to, so you've got a tentative date for Six Nations on the 25th of March, so put that in writing. And literally the week before, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, as in, like, I don't know what's going on. So like, I don't know, I think he's going to shake it up. I don't think he's, like, he's just like egg on a he's like, I don't really,
Well, it's good to know it's then.
yeah.
Well, experience does change.
Oh, it absolutely does. It definitely does. But yeah, I think he's kind of chance.
I think the whole no place is going.
Absolutely.
Important.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he's number one start first member in Glasgow.
Only yeah. I think she's the only one that I could see.
Kieran Bell was good today. She's not that person.
No, she's not that. No, so she was named on the bench in the Ireland game where we come both qualifying for the World Cup and WXB won. Yeah, so her and Nicole Flynn were both on the bench for that game, and then Brian never played them. That was the second time that Nicole Flynn had been on the bench. She'd also been on the bench for the France game, and never got capped. But she's a physical presence. Yeah, she's a physical presence.
This was our total today. Colmar about 10 is an interesting one.
Yes.
I know what it is. But the best, I mean, that line was Walker, Ramsey, Phillips. Should have more physical
Yeah,
presence on the
you
bench.
think that that's pretty solid. And then you think Ian's full. I guess you have to question what chance he's got in a long season with them at game plan. Because he's actually on paper got a pretty solid team like that. They can't seem to unlock anyone.
The reputation is really gone back.
Yeah, it has.
You know that
It
haven't
has.
you? What's the word? She's good enough for half of it. I think she's with a sort of feels.
It'll be interesting to see if we can, soon be someone with your sales again. And she's got like, got a head there and it's like that. But it seems like soon it's not. No idea.
Sorry, I don't know.
No, you can actually, you can do this. You can do both. Yeah.
Professional and
So
She's bad up.
yeah, we spoke yesterday. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I believe that she did, but I have kept very much in the dark. Which, absolutely, because I'd love to be able to influence things. But probably not. I think it's maybe, yes. Yeah, she is. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. Just like take a minute. Yeah. No, actually, you need to stand up for yourself sometimes. 100%. Yeah. Guys, we're hoping to get underway in the next 5 to 8, like less than 10 minutes, basically. 5 to 8, like less than 10, maybe 9, less than 10.
Was that a compliment? Put his mics up. Oh, yeah. Newcastle, Jersey. Although this is the first day of the year,
Why were you timing me? They're not. Listen, blame Michael.
Quite happy to do that.
Excellent, good. Same.
It was good last night. Legal. Scotland media.
Fire.
Last night lasted, surely.
Incapable of keeping time.
It's like Simpson's third brother.
Right, that's Scotland coming through now. How far off was that? Oh, that's all right. Come on.
I didn't think I'm not that
Oh,
guy.
of course, you're not that kind of guy.
2 months before she leaves, because Demon's happy already. Chuck on it.
We'll take all questions for Sione first, he'll leave, and then questions for Gregor, and he'll do his huddle at the side. So can we just take questions for Sione first, please?
Sione, we said we were going to see a desperate Scotland team. What words would you use now to describe the performance that put out there tonight?
Yeah, I thought, to be honest, I'm really proud of the group, speaking to Gregor in there, but just, I feared what like the Italy game would do to us as a group a little bit directly after it. Like I can't remember hurting like that after a game, and it took probably longer than other games took for me, just because I thought we had turned the corner after Argentina, and we did, and there were some things that we couldn't get out there against Italy because of the conditions and everything, and also credit to Italy, they were better than us on the day. But for us to regather and internalise everything and not let the noise affect us as a group, I just want to credit everyone inside the building for the work that we put in this week to get a performance like that.
Do you know how close to the plan was that? Was that how you had drawn it up? And is there anything about England's performance that surprised you?
No, nothing surprised me about England's performance, but we spoke about jumping out the gates, really, and to be honest, we gave England a lot of credit in our preparation, just because they are a team in form. I don't know what it is, it's 11 or 12 straight, but to be honest, we kind of took a little bit from their journey as well, because they had lost the opening game of the Six Nations last year and are on their run of themselves, and I had never lost belief in the group and what because I had seen how we trained 2 weeks prior to the Italy game, and something felt a little bit different for me. But like I said, for us to pick ourselves up again after Italy and then deliver the performance we did, I'm just super proud of the coaching staff and the group for staying on task. And it's not easy. Like I said here yesterday, it's not easy to be in that change room and not get the results and feel, defeated at times. But we were defeated. We weren't defeated. We got up and we went again, and that's what I'm most proud about of the group.
Just that feeling of lifting the cup, what was going through your head as you went up the stairs, and how did that feel at that moment?
Long, to be honest. But yeah, that's the first time that I've had to go up there and grab the Calcutta Cup. But yeah, I suppose my message to the group this week is not to take away from the occasion and lean in, because I feel like it is a massive occasion, and I feel like a lot of our success in this fixture has come because we take it really seriously about what it means to our supporters and the country. And yeah, look at the stadium today, you know, and even riding in, and the support is right there with us. And those are the fans that we did it for, the ones that have kept rocking up for us. You know, even after the disappointments, they're the ones that we did it for today.
You guys have taken a bit of criticism after last week and the autumn. I mean, how much can this help change the vibe and kick things on for the rest of the championship?
Yeah, we have taken a lot of criticism, but I spoke even before the Italy game that a lot of that is just noise, and I really stand behind what I said yesterday, and I hope that wasn't taken in any way that we're the ones that have to wear the pressure, and it's hard at times to sit in the chair that I'm sitting in, but that's what I love about rugby is that we had to rise to the occasion today because we didn't have a choice, and I did really feel desperate this week, and I'm just happy and proud that the boys followed this week and delivered that type of performance.
How did it feel, especially after missing last year's game at Twickenham, to, aside from winning it, actually just lead Scotland out in this strong fixture?
Yeah, leading Scotland's a massive pleasure of mine, probably the biggest pleasure of my career, even probably over playing for the Lions. Just leading a team like this, and I've been on this journey now for 4 or 5 years with this team, and we've been at the lowest of the lows, and I take the last week as a low moment for myself, but I've also had some massive highs, and this is one of them, but I really want this to be the growth now, us to show our growth next week, is to back it up this performance, and let's be honest, in a stadium we've had troubles in over the last 20 years, but I'm really excited, and I do hope this change, you sense when a moment changes, a feeling inside a change room, and I can't tell you how happy I am for the group to feel the feeling that I'm feeling now, because I really do feel that is a performance that can change a lot.
The table now, you feel that you're back in contention?
Is it?
Easy play tomorrow.
Yeah, right. Nah, look, my message to the group would be not, and it's been the same since the start of the Six Nations, to not look at the table and to look at the outside noise. And I think that's one of the challenging parts of the Six Nations, is it's such a big tournament that there's so much media that comes with it. There's so much, excitement from the outside of the change room. It's important just to keep the excitement in the change room and focus on the next game that we have, and that's just Wales. And we'll go to Spain now to prepare well for this Wales team that's well coached, as we know, and give them all the respect in the world, because, like I say, we can back up this performance. We'll go into the fallow week feeling like a little good about ourselves, that we can regroup then and maybe get a few guys. Today, I could tell there's a lot of hurting bodies inside that change room, so hopefully we can get a good performance next week and then head into the fallow week and regroup.
We've seen this team play brilliantly for 40, 50, 60 minutes of the game against really, really good opposition. What was the secret today for 80 minutes? Was it that desperation? And can you replicate that desperation for the next 3 minutes?
Yeah, it's always our goal to replicate it. But sport at this level is difficult, and we're coming up against really good teams like England, who are on 11, 12 game win streak, and I just credit the boys that came off the bench today. They stayed in the change room after half time, which was something they don't do, because I just knew they would have a massive impact, and they needed to, or else we weren't going to win that game. And I credit the guys that came off that bench. I thought Scummies in particular, he was inside me at a couple of times and had some massive shots on some of their big ball carriers, and yeah, I really thought that's the way the game's going to go, is that we were either going to boss them or they were going to boss us. And I felt like, particularly in the forward pack, we bossed them today.
Is this a performance you can replicate?
Is this a performance that we can replicate?
You went to the well today because you had a really bad, in part because you had a very disappointing day last week.
Mm-hmm.
You've had a great day today. What do you use for fuel next week?
Sorry, I don't understand your question.
Today was, in some ways, was a reaction to what you went through last Saturday.
Yeah.
Today has been such a positive performance, brilliant performance. What do you use for motivation, for desperation for next week when you go to Wales as favourites?
We just got to keep doing what we're doing. Like I said, I can't tell you the best we trained is the 2 weeks leading up into Italy is the best preparation we had, but there were certain things that went against us in that game, and like I said, I've credited Italy for their performance as well. This is the top level of rugby, and what we have to do is back up this performance by keep doing the things that we're doing and the things that we've been speaking about inside the change room, and make sure that what's happening outside the change room, we continue to have no effects on what's happening inside.
Great, thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Now on to questions for Brendan, please.
Rewarding was that performance and the result? Given everything that's gone on, the way the guys have played and worked for you, the disappointment, the criticism, everything that built up to today.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure that's relevant. It's the game that's most important. We feel it from our supporters, from when we arrive at the ground to that first 20 minutes, which was outstanding, probably first 35, 38 minutes, to the effort that it takes to win a game against the top side. That's what counts. And we approached this fixture with a plan, with a goal to give our best, and it was always looking forward, and I'm just so proud of the team today that they delivered that.
The way they shot out the traps and got into that early lead, it was the exact opposite last week. You tell very, very early on just how desperate was the word to get on the front foot.
Yeah, look, we keep referencing last week. This is about a game that we know we had to play very well at, and we did that, and we know how big a game this is for our supporters, but also what a quality opposition England are, and you have to deliver a top performance. They did that today.
How would you sum up your emotions now, Gregor?
Right now, I'm so proud. It's a bit after the final whistle. During that first 20, 30 minutes, I had to snap myself out of what I was thinking, because it was just tremendous. And being a supporter, seeing the rugby that the players were playing, I had to realise I was a coach again, and I snapped it out quite quickly. But obviously the second half, how we were getting penalised at times, but we kept together, how we defended our line, and then how we regained control. That makes me equally as proud as how we started the game, and it's a little while now after the final whistle, and we've had a good time together in the change room. So these are the emotions that make you realise that coaching is, and still being involved in the game, is hugely rewarding. Gives you massive purpose in your life and why you do it. But it's the players that drive our performance. The players that drove it during the week, and they drove it today in the game.
Influenced by the outside noise, but obviously it's not ideal. I mean, how important is a result like this just to settle things down again?
Yeah, look, maybe you're saying that because it's something that you guys are writing, but it's really just a distraction. Like from the press conferences during the week that our players and our coaching staff had to deal with, the important thing is us getting a plan and what we learned from the week before to put that into the following week. That's what our supporters want. They want to see us playing at our best rugby, and that's what the players delivered during the week and today.
There was a lot of talk that maybe Duhan should come back into the team just because of his excellent record against England, but Jamie Dobie and Kyle Steyn obviously getting man of the match really justified you sticking with them after Italy.
Yeah, we've got some tremendous players in and out the squad. I'm very proud of those that played today and those that came off the bench, but very proud of Duhan and what he's done over the seasons and how he's trained this week, and he's part of our group today that we're helping the team prepare. So yeah, you can only give 15 and then 23 players the opportunity to play, and if it was Duhan or Grant Gilchrist or other guys that played in games, I would have been really proud of them today, but the 15 and the 23 were outstanding today.
How important was it to deal with that momentum shift in the first half when England were coming back into it, given what's happened before?
You'll have to remind me what that was.
When they got back to 17-10, having been 17-0 down, was there a point where you were starting to waver a little bit? You was confident if you regained the upper hand?
I think it was more relevant in the second half when we had 2 or 3 penalties against us. One around the breakdown, which I felt was harsh, and then the scrum, which we we'll have a different view on those scrum penalties, but they were going against us. And those are big moments. Those could lead to yellow cards. Those could lead to, and what they did lead to was defend our own 22. But this team has grown a lot. Like, the negativity from people in this room around what happened against Argentina, like, that's, experiences like that make you stronger. Like, experiences can, if you make the best use of them, which what we've seen from our players since Argentina, of being resilient, being together during those moments. And that came out last week. We had a yellow card during that period, and no points were conceded. So again, it was an indication for us as coaches that the players can manage those moments that go against you, which happens in Test rugby. Every team is going to have times when you're up on the scoreboard and when opposition are back. So yeah, whether it was the first half or the second half, really proud of the team today that they stuck together.
You said on TV that I think it was either Finn's best performance in a Scotland jersey or one of them. Can you expand on why you think that and what made his performance so good?
Yeah, he was very composed. I thought the decision making of the halfbacks was outstanding. We asked them to be brave this week, and I'll not explain what that means in our game plan, but it means there's some big decisions within our game plan that is on our halfbacks at times, and obviously a lot of that is on Finn. He's very accurate. I love seeing him running. Well, he's one of the best ball carrying 10s in the world, so that was great to see. And he was very composed during times where we were on the back foot and we just had to take a breather. So that was great to see. And Finn's really came into this championship with goals of what he wants to get out of his game and linking that with what the team needs, and that's been great to see. Even last week, I thought he had a really composed performance. So yeah, he was one of a number. I thought Ben White's kicking was superb. Like, some of his exit kicks will get him beyond the halfway line. Scored again in this fixture, and then you look at Sione outside. His work rate, his defence, his ball carrying, what a leader he was, and he would have been a massive leader and influence during the huddles. Hugh Jones, 2 tries in this fixture again, held up England over the line, playing on the wing. The wingers were outstanding. Tom Jordan played with just an aggression and determination to go forward, really good in the air. I'll not go through every forward, but the forward pack was superb, and at times had to be on the back foot, and when you're on the back foot defending, you have to make sure you have your control of getting onside, what rucks to go after. Someone like Gregor Brown, who picked up a stinger, how he played 80 minutes, also held up, I think it was Ben Earl or someone over the line at the end. So yeah, just so proud of the way the team played individually and as a group. Yeah, and there's another one too, Jack Dempsey. So I think they're all pretty serious injuries. I don't usually say that, so let's wait and see. But I think both Jack and Jamie Ritchie look serious. Jamie Dobie was a bit more positive in the changing room, but it's her 3rd Test match in a row coming up. It would be it would take a lot to turn around to be available for training this week and play at the weekend. And we knew that coming into these 3 games. We have a strong squad. We had an A game last week, so players have played a lot of rugby. Other players that weren't involved in the A game have trained with us, so I'm sure there'll be a different team next weekend.
Gregor, what are the nature of those injuries?
So Jack has a bicep injury. So there's been a few of them in this season from a number of teams, so you can pretty much diagnose quite quickly that it's serious. What did Jamie, we don't yet know. It was a knee, hyperextended his knee, so let's hope it's just the extension and the mechanism that's gave everybody a fright. Let's hope there's no ligament tears. Jamie Ritchie. And Jamie Dobie was a shoulder injury, so again, let's hope that's not too serious. I thought, what a performance from him today. I think I've already mentioned it, but defensively had an absolutely amazing tackle to close down an England attack.
What was a difficult week? Can I ask about the leadership function all week and today? The whole vibe,
Yeah, look, they deliver through their actions. So we already mentioned Finn, one of vice captains. Rory Darge, one of his best games for Scotland, vice captain, and then Sione, who has to obviously do more as a captain and speak on behalf of the team, but just his work rate off the ball and how he speaks to the players. Very blessed to have a captain like him in a leadership group that can drive the standards during the week.
Great, thank you. And then I had all the same.
Thinking behind the trip to Spain and have the last 2 weeks influenced them, changed your plans for what you do then?
No, it was Lucas planned well in advance. We didn't realise we would be sleeping some this week, but that's a bonus. We've got Spain every season. We usually